Hey, man.
Hi.
What's going on, dude?
Chilling.
Yeah, I'm just sad.
You're sad?
I'm sad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just about like life and things.
Yeah.
Like taxes.
Taxes?
Yeah.
Working man.
President's not good.
They put it to the working man.
They do.
You forgot because you didn't really work
Man.
for a little while.
President's bad. World's bad.
Yeah.
I'm just sad.
My president is the guy from the Hair Club for Men.
It's not only a member.
He's not only a client, he's the president. Yeah.
But I mean, hey, we're here for an episode of what is this podcast, man?
Middle-aged and mediocre.
And I'm middle-aged. No, you're middle-aged.
I'm middle-aged.
And I'm mediocre.
I'm mediocre, too.
You have to be the middle-aged one.
Yeah.
Because you're technically middle-aged.
We don't know, though.
Yeah, you're right. This could
Shit.
be.
I could have been middle-aged 15 years
I
ago.
could have been middle-aged. Yeah. Back in like when I was 10.
Are we doing it for people that are middle-aged?
Yeah, we're doing this. This is a podcast for middle-aged people and mediocre.
Or people from the Middle Ages.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Ooh, what if we could build a time machine and go back to the Middle Ages?
I've been trying, man. That's all I'm doing. I'm not working or I'm not here with you.
Time machine.
But yeah, I am. I'm actually Cash.
I'm actually Joel.
And that's actually Joel. And what is this podcast? I mean, I asked that seriously. What exactly is this podcast? This podcast is it's become a murder podcast.
Yeah.
We just talk about murders
and kind of mysteries,
old
stuff,
weird stuff.
A lot kind of older now.
Yeah, again, I kind of
we
feel
started.
like if we go too recent, it's not as appropriate to make jokes. How recent? Well, I mean, I guess maybe how big was it in the media, or like how
not very
popular
big.
is it?
Not very big.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be fine.
It's Germany.
It's Germany.
It's Germany,
no one
dude.
gives a shit
Yeah.
about Germans.
Oh God!
I said it.
This is the episode that's going to get us canceled, I think.
I'm
You're in that kind of mood. You're just.
I'm pretty sure you're allowed to shit talk the Germans. I don't think that's going to get us canceled.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean, if there's like any people, we're allowed to just be like, fuck those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're from Germany and you're listening, tell a friend. We're
Yeah,
talking
man.
about you.
Hey, I'm not saying like fuck you
Yeah.
specifically. I'm just saying fuck your people. That's all.
Just fuck everything you're about, not you.
Yeah, you're
as
cool,
much
man.
as-
like you're cool.
Individuals are all right. but
You're
you
one
get people-
of the good ones.
You get people in a group and they're awful.
Right.
Especially
right.
Germans.
You get more than 3 Germans together? Oh fuck. Close it down.
All's your fuck.
As soon as they goose step, we're out. But yeah, like I said, you have the story this time.
Yeah, this is the first time for me bringing this story.
You know how
a real
awesome
one.
it was that I didn't have to do anything?
Probably the opposite of how unawesome it was that I had to do this.
So we were supposed to record Thursday night?
But it was only
Friday
4
night.
days after what we recorded before.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was a shorter week, but I wasn't ready.
But yeah, you were like, hey man, no, not even close.
Yep.
So it takes...
And then I put it off until
I
today.
hear you. That's the way to do it.
I was at work and I finished.
That is the way to do it. Well, it's
I
good.
kind of need a break from the story too. I've read this story a lot, like I
Oh,
know
really?
it pretty well. Yeah, so that's why I brought it, just because I'm so familiar with it.
Okay.
But it's a story that kind of fucks with me a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm interested.
Yeah.
So you want to do the story first? You want to do some Would You Rather? Because I did the Would You Rathers this time.
Let's do the story. Let's get into
Let's do the
that.
story?
Yeah.
All right. At some point, just to let you, Joel,
Me,
Joel,
yes.
that's your name, not Joel.
Joel, yes.
Joel, just to let you know and let the listeners know, at some point, I'm going to stop you
Okay.
so we can do an ad break.
I'd like to see you try.
So, well, I'm going to punch you in the mouth. That's how we know it's time. So, all right, man. Well, anything we need to do to set this up?
No.
This is just a story that freaks you out a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of fucks with you.
I just I was working one day and I went to People's News and I bought a paperback book because I like true murder stories.
True
things
horror
like that.
stories, yeah.
And I bought this story and read it, and it's just I don't know. I've read it a half dozen times over the years.
All right, dude, let's
And
get
I
into
just
it.
did a book report on it.
Awesome.
So it happens in 2001.
Okay.
And we've been doing kind of multiple murders, mysteries, things like that. And this one is the opposite of all that.
Okay.
So it's newer. It's not a mystery. We know who killed who. We know when it was even recorded.
So we don't have to solve anything.
Nope. The
All right.
pressure's off.
Okay.
So they videotaped it and everything. It's just it's kind of like, I don't know. Well, let's just get into it.
It's been tough solving all these crimes in the past. So I'm glad this time the work's done for us.
It's already been done.
Awesome.
The murderer, his name is Armin Muse.
Ah, okay.
Armin Meiwes. So you know the story.
This is a good one, man.
It is. He was born in Kissel, Germany. Probably Kissel.
By Kiesel.
He lived a very lonely childhood. His father was a stern man who was largely disingenuated with his son. Is that the right word?
Yeah, his father was a German. Yeah.
He didn't give a fuck about his son. His father divorced his mother, and he pretty much left Armin's life when Armin was 8, leaving Armin alone with his mom and his 2 stepbrothers, half-brothers. Well, not long into that little situation, the half-brothers left. So it was Armin and his mom. Like, they each went to go live with their dads.
Oh, okay.
So Armin's dad split, his 2 brothers split, and now he's just alone with his mom.
And his brothers were, like, not even his mom's.
I can't remember how they. Yeah. I think they might have been the moms or something, but it was half brothers, is what the book says. Okay. I get a lot of my information from the book.
I'm assuming if they went to live with their dad, that he was their biological dad.
Yeah, but not Armin's dad.
Oh, but not Armin's dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chicks can bang more than one guy
everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
This German lady.
Wait, what do you mean chicks can bang more than one guy? Well, that cannot be true.
Trust me, it is. I've been getting most of this information from the book Cannibal by Lois Jones.
Okay.
Includes photographs.
Nice.
So yeah, and this guy's about as creepy sounding as he's as creepy looking as a cannibal would be. Oh, spoiler alert! This involves cannibalism.
The book's called Cannibal.
Yeah, I guess it is. All right.
It'd be weird if there was no cannibalism.
So when he was 8, his father later said about Armin in his early life, he was obsessed with the story Hansel and Gretel. In particular, the chapter about the witch fattening up Hansel. Hansel?
The kid just wanted some candy.
Yeah, but Armin was obsessed with that story. And let's see. When Armin's dad left, he was left alone.
Daddy, tell me again about the candies.
Tell me about the witch fattening up the little fat boy to eat. But when his dad left, he was left alone with his mother, who's very dominant, very overbearing. She would often just chastise Armin in public. She would always insist on accompanying Armin everywhere, even dates when Armin was older. Like, she would sit in the back seat during dates. You know, when Armin wanted to have a relationship, he didn't know how to do it. Armin didn't like being alone, and it was when he was younger they actually started fantasizing about being a cannibal.
Okay.
And the reason he wanted to be a cannibal is because he thought if he ate somebody down, they couldn't leave him.
He's not wrong.
That's some sad shit right there. He's not wrong.
I mean, they're going to eventually leave him.
And eventually he even made his own, since he didn't have his brothers around, he was just him and his mom. They lived in a giant farmhouse with like 30 rooms, like a mansion pretty much.
Okay.
You know, so it was just those two. And he made himself a little childhood friend, imaginary friend named Frankie. And he would often talk to Frankie about his fantasies about killing people, eating people, the cannibal stuff.
Man, poor Frankie had to sit and listen to all that shit.
Yeah.
That's a heavy load for Frankie.
Frankie killed himself.
Frankie'd been dead for years at that point.
And then in 1999, Armin's mother passed away, leaving Armin all alone in a giant mansion.
What's he going to do for dates now?
He actually... he was alone for the first time in his life. He wasn't being controlled by his mother or anything, and luckily he found the internet.
Well, thank God.
And he was on the internet. He would go to cannibal chat rooms. That's when he really was able to flesh out, so to speak, his fantasies.
Cannibal chat rooms.
Yeah, apparently. Remember chat rooms?
Oh, I remember chat
lesbian
rooms.
Chat.
Yeah, I never
be a lady.
I never quite fell into the cannibal chat rooms. I found some weird ones.
You didn't stay up late enough.
I didn't sleep, kid.
Still don't, kid. So and the person that he killed, I don't know, I'm kind of doing this probably in a bad way. His name was Bernd, B-E-R-N-D. Bernard?
B-E-R-N-D?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bernd.
Brandes, B-R-A-N-D-E-S. He was...
Brandis.
This was Armin's victim that he killed. This guy was born to a middle-class household in Berlin. He's the son of 2 respected members of the medical profession. But at the age of 5, they went on vacation after his mother, who's a nurse, one of her patients died.
Okay.
And the mother, according to the father, the mother kind of put all the blame on herself. Like she felt like she killed this patient. So they went on holiday trying to, make her feel better, get away from work, things like that. Well, apparently on holiday, she didn't really feel that much better. She was still really bummed about everything, in a bad place, and she went driving in the car and drove head onto a tree.
All right.
And according to the husband, he thinks it wasn't an accident. He thinks she went out, killed herself.
Probably.
At 5 years old. And pretty much from that point on, they didn't talk about her again.
Okay.
He never sat down young Burned and, discussed maybe why the mother killed herself. So he just thought he did it. It was because of him.
He's just like, I don't know who this lady is that you keep talking about. You never had a mommy.
Age 5, loses his mom, and he pretty much starts hating himself. And another sad boy.
It's just a cycle. Mom thinks she's kills the patient. The son thinks he killed his mom.
Yep. Let's see. And then he becomes a computer expert, and he finds the internet. And he grows up. He leads a pretty normal life. He lives with his lover, his boyfriend. He has a pretty decent job, but inside he just hates himself.
Right.
Like he doesn't want his dick anymore. Like that's a thing. Like they went back. Like he wanted to be annihilated. He talked a lot about that. And at the same time that Armin was they were both on these cannibal chat rooms together.
Okay.
And both kind of coming from different places. Like this guy didn't want to exist anymore, Burned.
Yeah.
And Armin wanted somebody to exist
that would
him
never go
forever.
away.
Yeah. So
Armin didn't understand digestion. There's a kind of an issue here. Like eventually, if you eat somebody, they're gonna work their way out of you.
Yeah, but I guess the soul. See, Armin was a big thing. Yeah, like that whole. There's so much cannibalism stuff to dive into, but he believed that if you ate somebody, you captured their strengths.
Right. Yeah. That goes back through history.
Yeah.
Like people eat they'd eat brains.
And in Germany, cannibalism isn't even illegal.
That's, I think,
at this time
was true, right?
Yes, at this time.
Yeah. At that time,
it could change because I don't keep up with Germany's laws.
I'm pretty sure it's I think this case made it something that actually we're like, oh, we do need to look into this. Like, who would have thought that you need to make the law? Really?
Not Germans.
That's kind of like a law, like, hey, don't punch a baby.
Is that against the law?
We didn't put it on the rule books. We just thought you'd be decent enough not to do it.
If you do it, you're kind of a dick.
Yeah.
So Armin stayed up late looking on the internet, and once he got the internet, he was alone in the house, and he looked at stuff for sadomasochism pages. Mm-hmm. He saved a bunch of photos to a folder called Terror that he got from those kind of sites.
This is Armin?
Yes,
okay.
Armin. Yes, thank you. He was alone in the big giant farmhouse and all that.
Gotcha.
He saved photos of accident scenes that he would find on the internet. He saved body parts. If there's body parts in, he would save that. And he saved that in a folder that he titled Meat. They're German. This is the German translations.
Meat and Heiselwaffen.
You like the images of bestiality and torture? Like, this guy's really getting to the dark side of the internet.
The guy knows how to use Google.
I used it for wrestling and sports.
Or he's probably using Ask Jeeves.
He would keep blank tapes in the VCR just in case there was a news story of an accident.
Oh,
and there might be blood on the road.
Like just a little snippet of something.
Just anything. Like
that you could jerk it to.
That's how he would get off. Like blood and guts.
All right.
And he was I guess he was a fucked up dude. Maybe he wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, by normal standards.
Yeah, what would that?
Yeah, he's got some issues. Yeah,
especially back in 2001.
He's got some things going on. But I mean, yeah, he's got the whole thing going on where he wants to consume people
because he's so lonely.
Keep their I mean, that's that's a way to look outside the box.
Yeah,
really.
Solid
outside
reasoning.
the body.
The body box. So for years, he just, was on the computer, on these chat rooms, and he would talk to people. He wrote stories, fantasy stories and role-playing stuff, things like that. I mean, he just had thousands of pornographic images saved on his computer, which I'm sure you have the same.
Yeah, I mean, millions, but don't shortchange me.
A lot of cannibalism, violence, torture, things like that.
I mean, He's trying to go about it in a healthy way. He's journaling. He's coming up with fan fiction.
He looked up recipes. He had a couple recipes saved. One of them was what translates basically to boy's liver and breadcrumbs.
Okay, all right.
So, I mean, he was prepared. Another one translates to penis in red wine.
Oh, I thought it was just penis.
Just penis. That's what it translates
That was pretty straightforward. Let me guess the main
ingredient. Hey, girl, I'm going to need your help with this translation.
Is the main ingredient to that dick?
Dick.
Now serving.
But the story he wrote is called The Rent Boy, and it's about someone getting a male prostitute. The prostitute.
That's the story he wrote?
Yeah, Armin did.
Okay.
He wrote about a male prostitute that someone rents, and then the prostitute wants to get eaten, and basically that's like Armin wanted a willing victim.
Yeah, right.
Like, that was a big thing for him too. Like, he didn't want to go out and have to kill someone. He didn't think it would be the same if he had to like forcibly kill someone then eat them.
Right. I mean, he doesn't.
You might get haunted from within. Then
basically, the guy's not a.
No one wants ghost farts.
Right. I mean, the guy, like, that's a form of. I mean, like, because this is intimate to him.
Yeah.
So it'd be like a form of rape if he went out and took someone's soul.
He wants someone.
So he wants someone to willingly want to be with him.
And who doesn't?
Yeah, man. I mean, we all have our ways of going about it. Some of us eat.
I made a joke. I said my main move with the ladies is just to exist.
Yeah.
The rest is up to them.
Look, man, you just gotta lean up against the wall in front of a 7-Eleven.
Sure.
You gotta exist and just put the vibe out there, man.
You gotta drink that big gulp. Sexy.
You gotta act like you don't even care. You're here for the Slurpee.
Yep.
And that's it.
Maybe a little Slurpee later.
If you and the lady leave together, hey, man. That's just icing on the Slurpee.
Icing on the ho-ho.
On the ho-ho.
So eventually, Armin, with all the stories and everything, he put an ad out on the internet, which he tried to make it in English because he wanted to but his English isn't very good. It wasn't very good.
Right.
So this is what he wrote. Do you want to go ahead and do it?
I like how the guy's thinking, though.
Yeah.
Because an ad break, that's a good way to make some money.
It is.
So we're going to cut to an ad break.
Let's do that.
And because we need money, people.
Money!
Look, I'm sick of doing this for the art.
Yeah.
Now I'm all about that fucking money.
Give it to me.
We're selling T-shirts now. You know what? We're going to go to the ad. We'll be back. So stick with us.
Bye. All right. And we're back. I'm back. Josh left.
We just sold
there he is.
So much.
Yep.
That was at least 2 cents.
I burned up the rest of the story because we made so much money during that ad break.
Well, okay, man. I don't blame you, dude.
So finally, Armin, he put an ad out on the internet, and this is what he wrote. I am Frankie from Germany, and I search for a young boy between 18 and 30.
Okay.
Have you a normal build body, and will you die? Then come to me. I butchering you and eat your horny flesh.
I mean, he could use some edit. He could use somebody to edit that for him.
Yeah, it sounds like Charlie Kelly wrote it.
It does, yeah. So he wants them to die and then come to him?
I think that's where maybe he messed up, where he got it kind of backwards. Basically, he's looking for a male between 18 and 30, a young boy. Have you normal build body, which fuck you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Fuck you and your body
maybe
standards.
I want to be eaten. He actually, people would come to the house, and he actually turned people away for being too fat.
Fuck your body standards.
Fuck you, Armin. We're almost feeling bad for Armin, and we hear this. So he wants someone with a normal body.
Story of my life.
And that he wants you to know you're gonna die. I'm gonna eat your horny flesh. And he had people come to the farmhouse, and a lot of these men, they would engage in activities that men.
Most of them probably didn't like.
It was role playing for.
Right. Yeah.
And he had a torture room and everything. And there's some men he got, like up on the block or something, or like taped up. And he would mark on their bodies what part he's going to cut. And it would freak these dudes out. And they'd be like, nope. Let me go. Right. And Armin would let him go.
I thought you were just going to eat my ass. I didn't realize. Whoa, hey.
Not literally.
Whoa.
So, of course, some guys he would turn away too fat. He would just turn them away.
Son of a bitch.
Some
doesn't like the meat, huh?
Some guys, they were all talk for him. They just teased Armin. They weren't about that life.
I don't blame them.
Yeah. Armin, and, but again, nobody, though, thought to, alert anybody. Yeah.
Right. Everyone's
like
just like, man, this dude's, he's mostly harmless.
Yeah.
I mean.
He let me go.
Yeah.
But then on February 5th, Armin, online, in one of his cannibal things, came across another ad that someone else had put on the internet. That's somebody being burned Bernard.
Burned.
B. Can I just call him B?
Burned.
Armin and B. So B put an ad on the internet, and his ad was because again he hated himself,
right?
Because of his sexuality. He was a gay man. He tried to date women, and like the women he dated, the sex would kind of get a little rougher than what. But he just wanted more and more increasingly like kind of things that some of these women didn't want.
Well, he used the word annihilate. Like he wanted to be annihilated.
He was quite the poet. That's
a serious.
But he was living with his partner. Everything seemed happy. I mean, the people he worked with didn't know. They thought it was a roommate. But he worked out all the time. He was super self-conscious about his looks. Like, he was losing his hair, so he was trying all these different hair things. It's just weird that a guy cares enough about life for that stuff, to work out in the gym, do all this, but he so clearly has these problems where he doesn't want to be here.
Right. That is weird that if you hate yourself.
Why are you? Yeah.
And you just want to be annihilated.
I eat myself and I eat 3 peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwiches at night.
Dude, I stopped on the way home from work and bought a piece of cake. and I'm not lying.
I believe you.
This is a real story. And the guy behind me that had to wait for me to buy this piece of cake was a runner. I knew that by the very short shorts he had on and sweat that was pouring off of him.
Did you
eat him? He was buying a bottle of water. I was just like, you're going to sit and wait for me to buy this piece of cake.
He's like, oh, is it your birthday? I'm like, nope.
No, it's not. It is just a Monday.
Fuck, what a Monday. So Armin found this ad. Bernard.
What's Baron's last name?
Oh, it was
Bernard. I can't remember now.
Brande?
It was like Baird Brandis.
Brandes. Brandes.
Yeah. Let's just call him Beans.
All right. Beans. Can we call him Bernie?
Bernie. I like Bernie.
So Bernie put this ad up there.
Anti-Bernie Sanders people are going to use our story to be like, he allowed himself to be eaten.
He was queer.
Can you vote for a queer that allowed himself to be eaten?
So this is what Bernie
Trump's America.
This is what Bernie put on the internet.
All right.
I offer myself up and will let you dine from my live body. Not butchery, dining. And Armin saw that, and that was a match made in heaven.
Man, Bernie's way better at ad creating.
He's just right to it.
He's just,
I got this body if you're trying to eat.
And he's like, you're not going to fucking butcher me. you're going to enjoy this shit.
Yeah.
I am not to be butchered.
So they exchanged emails, and slowly they started to realize that each other was kind of serious. Maybe they found somebody,
right?
You know, that person.
I mean, I'm assuming when Armin comes across this ad, it's like, what's the song from Wayne's World? Plays when he sees what's her name up on stage.
Oh, Dreamweaver.
Dreamweaver. Yeah. That's what happens here.
He had to like pinch himself a couple times. He's like, "Is this real?"
He's like, "Who's messing with me?
Who wants me to dine?" Well, Germany is going to be so mad at us. They'll
be all right.
So Armin, they started talking, and Armin would send Bernie some torture fantasies.
Okay.
And then the two exchanged nude photos of each other.
Like you do.
Yeah. You know, like, hey, take a look at this.
You want to eat this?
Armin sent Bernie pictures of his teeth.
Okay.
Because here's Bernie's kink. He wanted his dick eaten off while he was alive. Like, that's how you wanted to go. Like, don't just kill me, then eat me. Like, first, you have to eat my dick. Like, gone. Okay? And then I'm dead. I'm dickless first. And then kill me. And then dine on me.
You're not going to die right away.
Wine me, dine me, take my dick. Eat that, kill me, and dine again.
Yeah. Wine me, bite my cock off, 69 me or something. I don't know.
I mean, that's at least the fourth date. Yeah. So this is what this is.
The guy's got, like, he knows what he wants, though.
Yeah.
So I'll give him that.
And could you imagine, like, having these feelings, and what would happen, like, if the internet wasn't ever a thing? And, like, you didn't know that there's, you know, like, even Armin. I mean, how long would somebody just, like, keep those pictures? And, like, Armin, up until he found, like, the internet and his mother, he was trying to date women. Like, he wanted a family.
Right.
Like in Germany, they would take classes. And it would, like, all right, we're going to take these classes. We're going to teach you how to be a married man. And we're going to try to set, I mean, that's what he did. Like, he wanted just a family so bad and just somebody just to be a part of something.
And when that didn't stick.
And then he found the internet.
Yeah, well. The internet, man.
Oh,
I mean,
Jesus.
but eventually I think he would have...
Yeah, found some...
I mean, even if the internet ever happens,
Yeah.
he gets married, he's trying to live this life that
Gets
he
bored of
thinks is...
that, and
I mean, eventually
there's going to be someone lost coming down the
You're
road,
gonna-
knocking on the door at 10.
you're going to fucking eat somebody.
Yeah. You're like, I'm going to eat your dick.
I mean, you start to be like, you know what?
Well, that wasn't Armin's thing. Armin didn't care about eating dick.
He could be like, he could start to be like, you know what? I'm just going to have kids,
Yeah.
and then I'm just going to eat them,
Yeah.
and I'm going to have more kids.
I made him.
Yeah, they're mine.
All right.
I get to do what I want with them.
Don't have
Feed them
kids
candy first.
Don't have kids with Josh. So Armin sent Bernie pictures of his teeth and said, I will sink these into your body and bite off your tongue.
Ladies, let me ask you this. I see a lot of, on the Tumblr, I see a lot of people talking about unsolicited dick pics. Let me ask you this, ladies. What's worse? An unsolicited dick pic or just a picture of people's teeth? That's weird.
Yeah.
Right?
Teeth.
I mean, if a dude just sends you teeth, I mean, if he sends you your dick,
You don't want my teeth.
if he sends you his dick, you're just like, ugh,
Yeah.
another fuckboy, right? But if a dude just straight up sends you a picture of his teeth, call the cops.
It's too late.
All right.
If he sends you a picture of it, it's too
He's
late.
He's in the house.
He's behind you in chloroform. Run!
So Armin's sending pictures of his teeth.
Yes, and says, I'm going to sink my teeth into your body. I'm going to bite off your tongue. And Bernie was like, that won't be hell, but heaven on earth. Like, Bernie's into it.
This is hot. Can you read that again and a little bit slower this time?
All right. He said,
I
will sink them into your body and bite off your tongue.
Yeah.
Bernie replied,
Yeah.
that won't be hell,
Ooh.
but heaven
Ooh.
on earth.
All right.
I
gotta take a break.
And Armin said, let Bernie know this will be the biggest kick for him. He says, I get a kick out of the idea. I love this part. I don't know why. I just imagine this exchange.
Okay.
I get a kick out of the idea of having another person inside me. To which Bernie said, great. To which Armin replied, terrific. Like they're talking about, like, hey, let's meet up and get some pizza, you know? It's just such, like, if someone, I hate one word replies anyway.
Well,
and then they're like, great. He's
How
like,
did they go
terrific.
from, like, I mean, it's like, you know, questionably weird, but, like, they went from, like, speaking kind of, like,
biting off your
poetically
tongue. Yeah.
a little bit to terrific.
Outstanding.
Great.
Can't wait, chap.
Their chemistry's not good because they're already running out of good things to say to each other.
So what date was that I said?
Oh, I'm not remembering things.
You don't have to. Okay, that was February 5th.
February 5th.
That they first started talking.
All right.
So then they set a date to meet, March 9th. This
So shit escalated quick.
Yes, very quickly.
Yeah.
Like, these motherfuckers are serious.
Well,
You know,
I
this is all
mean-
2001 again.
Okay.
And Armin would message him, was like, are you serious? Like, are you serious about this? You want this, right? And then Bernie said, there's absolutely no way back for me. Only forwards through your teeth.
And your butthole. Because it's eventually going to come out as butthole.
That must have been applied because our Bernie didn't write that, but I thought that was poetic.
Bernie didn't write
I thought that was poetic of Bernie, saying there's absolutely no way back for me. Only forwards
through your teeth.
So Bernie gets
is a
up on that
wordsmith.
Friday. He has the day off from work. He doesn't.
Well, that's good.
He doesn't wake his partner. He doesn't. He doesn't notify work. He completely wipes his computers down.
Okay.
The memory. So he hides the will somewhere in the apartment to where like it won't be found immediately.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, because I guess they're in their relationship, they work different hours, so it wouldn't be uncommon for, like, Bernie and his partner to kind of miss each other at night.
Right.
And that night, the partner was waiting for him that first Friday night that he's missing, and he just ends up going to bed thinking, well, he'll show up, you know, then in the morning, Bernie's still not there, obviously. But I'm skipping ahead.
They're like, Bernie's
I'm skipping all ahead, Bernie getting his dick
Bernie's
bit
out
off
being a
and
weird,
everything.
vain asshole.
Yeah. Okay. So they meet. So Bernie takes the train from Germany to where Armin is, which I think is Kessler, or no, it's right here. I think Rottenburg. Rottenburg is where the farmhouse
Okay.
is. Bernie's in Berlin. Berlin Bernie, as I like to call him. So he takes the train, and Armin goes and picks him up, and they have small talk like you do with someone you're about to eat.
Yeah.
You know, they make jokes about being tasty and
They're
all
just
this stuff.
Terrific. Great. Splendid.
And on the way home, they stop at a drugstore and they buy a packet of sleeping tablets and a bottle of schnapps. Because that's their plan. They're going to get Bernie all nice and hammered up, take care of that dick.
Right? Yeah, I mean, well, the guy talked a big game, but, like, now he's like, hey, I want to be numb for this.
Yeah, you don't want you got to.
I mean, he was all like, you can bite my dick right off.
But I just don't want to feel it.
But now he's like, I've been thinking about it. It's going to hurt.
And, of course, Bernie's one request was to be castrated while alive. He wanted his penis bit off.
More power to you, Burn. Feel the burn.
Because he wanted to disappear from the face of the planet. He said, I hate myself so much. I despise my sexuality and the way I want.
Man, I mean...
and the way he wants sex all the time. So Bernie just...
so this dude's,
he's inner demons,
And in modern...
what if he had someone to talk to? What if he took the internet the other way?
Yeah, he might have just felt more like... I mean, he just didn't want to be a male.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean,
that's...
and he just... I don't think
he didn't know any other way.
He didn't quite deal with it.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
we joke, but I feel bad for both these guys.
Oh, this honestly. Is a terrible,
right?
terrible situation.
So I bought this book on lunch one day, and I would be reading it, and they'd be like, Joel, you have a dispensing, and I'd have to, like, go from reading this shit to, like, out into the public to helping people. Yeah. And, like, all in my head, I'm like... This dude's dick's gonna get bit off, and I'm like, does that feel better? I'm like, doing my job, and
so have you ever visited a cannibal?
He was just tired of it because he wanted sex all the time. He felt like that was wrong. He said he was a worthless piece of meat and bones. There's no place left for me in this world. I've had it. Okay. This is what Bernie said to Armin. And they get to the farmhouse.
Really bringing the mood down, Bernie.
They get to the farmhouse, and Bernie's amazed by how big it is. And it's a rundown farmhouse. Like, basically, he has the kitchen and the dining room clear, and the rest is just stacked with, like, there's, like, gaudy art on the wall, like swords and shields. Like, that's the kind of shit his mom was into. And he didn't change after his mom passed. And there was, like, a bedroom upstairs, and, like, the rest of the house, like, was pretty much just... you walk to get to the living room or kitchen.
Well, the guy didn't know what to do with his own.
Yeah, obviously.
So he's not going to go clean a giant farmhouse.
Yeah, he had, like, plans. He wanted to turn it into a bed and breakfast because he was a computer guy, too. They both, so they talked about computers when they met and everything. And so Armin goes to make some coffee.
Bed and breakfast where you're the breakfast.
Yeah. Dead and Breakfast. That's a movie.
Great movie.
Yep. And Armin goes to make coffee, and he comes back into the dining room, and all Bernie's just naked.
Bernie's
he's ready to get
this shit done today.
Yeah. So Armin's kind of like, cool, naked dude in my house. And they sit down and have coffee and joke about how he's never had coffee with a naked guy before. And Bernie's just ready. Bernie's like, all right, let's show me the slaughter room.
Yeah.
Like, he built a slaughter room in his...
You bite my dick off or not?
Yeah. I didn't travel all this way to not get my dick bit off. So they went up into the slaughterhouse, the slaughter room, and they kind of got excited. And they there's a bed in there, and they videotaped themselves having sex, just, getting to know each other.
Right.
And they had sex, and then they're laying there, and Armin says all of a sudden, Bernie just pops up. He throws the covers off, and he says, I'm ready. Like, this is it. He's like, I need you right now to bite my dick off.
Pressure.
And Armin, like, couldn't believe it was happening. It's what he wanted his whole life. So and Bernie was excited for this. If your dick's gonna get bit off, it might as well be hard, I guess. I don't know. So
I don't know if it'd make it better.
he was rigid with excitement. Mm-hmm. So much so that Armin couldn't bite through it.
Right.
He bit down, but he couldn't do much more than just draw blood.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's definitely better if it's not hard.
Oh my god, dude! And this kind of bummed Bernie out.
Well, yeah.
They
didn't really think through this very well.
It's like a couple of kids, that like someone's like on Step Brothers where they could build the bunk beds.
Right. Yeah.
I hate to bring Step Brothers into this.
It's Step Brothers is basically the same story.
It is. So Will Ferrell is so Bernie's bummed,
Right.
He wanted his dick bit off.
That's all he wants.
And he just got nibbled on.
He wants one thing.
He got it, just a couple nibbles. So he's like, hey, you can't do this. He's like, I thought you were stronger. You're not. He's like, you need to take me back to the train station. So they get dressed, which has to be the most awkward after sex.
Fucking. If you think as a guy that
like not being able to perform at all,
you think that's awkward,
imagine talking that shit about biting the dick off.
You talked a big game.
Yeah.
I
don't think I could bite a dick off.
Do you know how hard that would be? You know how hard it would be to bite off any body part?
Yeah.
I mean, like an ear you could probably do.
You just in a boxing match,
pull it.
Yep.
But like a finger, you got to bite through bone and shit.
Yeah.
They're not thinking this through.
With this story, let's post the picture of a throbbing boner.
Yeah.
Just so people know what, in case no one's seen it out there.
What's Bernie working with,
Message
too?
me, I'll send you one. Listeners.
I mean, are we talking like, he's got like a fucking thick, just, what are we talking about?
The way the story is, it sounds like Armin had it all the way in to the base and couldn't bite through, so it couldn't have been. It was a mouthful.
So he's rocking a fucking Pringles can, probably.
Yeah. Couldn't bite through it.
Can't just bite through that.
And it bummed him out.
Look, man, let's take it easy on Armin.
Yeah.
Bernie. All right, man, he's trying.
Maybe come up with some other ideas.
Yeah, how about we just fucking talk for a little bit,
But
Bernie?
it was instantly take me back to the train station. And Armin, again, he's wants a willing participant.
Right.
So he gets him dressed.
He doesn't want to
They
whine.
drive the hour back. I think it was like the train station was like maybe an hour, 2 hours away, but it's a good drive, and they drove it back, mostly in silence. Because there's nothing more awkward.
What are you going to talk about?
Than not getting it's not great. Remember where they were like, great, terrific.
Yeah.
This is the opposite.
Awful, terrible.
So they get to the train station, and they they're talking about, I'm really upset it didn't happen. And Armin's like, listen.
He's like, maybe I could bite your nose off?
He's like, give me another chance. He's like, I can do this.
I can practice.
He's like, we'll cut it off. We'll cut it off, and then I'll eat it.
Okay.
And he's like, I don't know, Armin. Fool me once.
I mean, we're back at the train station.
Fool me once, shame on me. Don't bite my dick off twice. Shame on you.
I mean, I don't know. I think Armin could have let's take a week.
Yeah.
And then every day Armin chews a big pack of gum. Gets those jaw muscles straightened. Yeah. And we're back at it a week later, I think.
Like, try to bite through it like an apple.
These two are just rushing things. Like, let's slow down. What happened to romance?
I thought they were German.
Hey-oh. Yeah, there's no romance.
So they're at the train station, and, his train is going to be there in, 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And this conversation starts, and he's like, all right. He's like, are you ready for this? And Bernie is saying, if you promise me you can do this, we'll go do it. And they both kind of get that second win, where they both get that excitement, like maybe this dick is coming off. And they,
you could definitely cut it off.
They drive back to the farmhouse, but first they stop, and Bernie, he goes ahead and chugs an 180 milliliter bottle of cough syrup, and then follows that with 10 sleeping pills, tablets.
Oh shit!
And then he chugs to the head, half the bottle of 40% alcohol schnapps that he had before. And then goes ahead for good measure and finishes off with another 10 sleeping tablets.
God damn, Bernie's here to party, boy.
Yeah! It's like, man, if I'm not either... I think that might have killed him. I don't know. That's a lot.
I mean, I don't...
He instantly feels it. Like, he starts joking. He's like,
How many sleeping pills
20
the first time?
Sleeping tablets total. 100 plus 180 milliliter bottle of cough syrup. Super strength cough syrup. And the 40% half a bottle of 40% schnapps.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Or a Wednesday.
Yeah. I mean, whatever, man.
If you're in my world.
If that's all he's doing.
So they get back to the house, and they go to the slaughter room. As soon as they get to the farmhouse, they go straight up. And Bernie's not fucking around. He's like, they joke at first, they do smoke a couple more cigarettes, and they talk. And then, he's like, that's really starting to hit him. He's like, now, it's got to happen right fucking now.
This Bernie guy, man, I'm not a fan.
So they get his member out, and they put him on the table.
Yeah.
And he's excited again.
Right.
A little Bernie.
He just stays excited.
Yeah. Bernie, maybe oh my God, is that it? Jesus Christ, man.
I don't know how he's staying.
Boners are the fucking worst.
I don't know
how. You don't have anything to do with them, and you're just tired of them, but you just keep getting them.
I don't know how he's... I don't know how he's awake, first of all.
Yeah.
You said it's hitting him.
Yeah.
But I don't know how he can get a fucking erection with all that shit. You would just think your whole body's just...
I guess imagine wanting something
even
your
whole dick
life.
would be sleepy at this point, I think. Just meh.
My dick's depressed. Okay, let's not go through this.
Meh.
All right, so he gets the knife,
He's like,
and he brings up the arm, brings it down, chop nothing.
Oh, come on,
Again, chop nothing. Not sharp enough.
Armin, you got to step your shit up,
So
buddy.
Bernie, he takes the role as the dominant one. He says, Armin, get a sharp knife! Yells at him. And Armin must, in the book, it's kind of weird because it's like, it talks a lot about like what's going on through Bernie's mind. It's like, how do you know what was going on through Bernie's mind through this? Maybe Armin, because like, you know, he did a lot of interviews about this afterwards and stuff. But Armin said like he just, he kind of felt that charge like he would when his mother would boss. Like he just felt like he ran downstairs. Yeah, he ran downstairs. Yeah, he needs someone to like tell him.
Right.
Like he didn't like, you know, come to his brain like maybe I can cut it off. Like he was told to do something and he couldn't do it and he's like, well, failed again.
Well, this whole time he's just wanted to eat something, right?
Yeah.
Like he hasn't.
His thing's not. I mean, he's a gay dude, so he likes dick, but it's probably not. You know, like I don't want to bite a tit.
Right.
Like I'm a fan of tits.
Yeah.
Well, you know, but yeah. So he's doing it to get to his end game because he knows if he can make this guy happy, he'll die happy, and he can, you know, have all his body to eat.
Then he can eat.
Yeah, and he'll have that guy with him as a brother for life, as he would call it.
Okay.
So he goes and gets a bigger
weird
knife.
That you'd fuck your brother first, but
he cuts it once, and it cuts a pretty good gash into it.
Oh God, okay.
And Bernie screams like he would,
right?
And he cuts again.
Now he's awake.
Yeah.
Now
Bernie. Yep, exactly. That's what's in the book. Bernie is just head back, just screaming, just agony, head shaking back and forth. But then once it's off, it kind of hits. Again, this is what the book says, you know, like, but it kind of hits Bernie like it doesn't hurt. Like everything's taking effect.
Okay.
Like once he looks down and he sees his dick severed from himself and just sees like the hole squirting blood, like.
That always calms me.
Like that's what it did. It calmed him.
Right. Yeah.
And plus all the other shit he ingested, you know.
Right. Yeah. I think mostly that.
And he wanted his dick eaten right then and there. And Armin tried. But you can't really eat a raw dick.
Right.
If you can't eat it when it's on the body, it's not like it's going to turn into JELLO and, you know.
But the J. I don't know how to do a Cosby.
They each tried to eat the dick, and it didn't go very well.
They each tried.
Yeah. Bernie was like, let me see that.
I'll show you how to eat a dick. Give me that.
Just like a dog with a bone. So they came up with an idea. Let's cook it. So they wrapped Bernie up and they bandaged him. It said it kind of made him look like he was in a diaper because Bernie thought that was funny. It looked like he had a diaper.
It's hilarious
because he wanted to stay alive for a little bit longer.
Bernie's high as fuck at this point,
and he wanted to live without a dick.
Right.
Like what you said. Like I think this is just a guy that just wanted.
Yeah, he didn't want to be a male.
Yeah, and like now, like awesome, be a female. Like, you know, go through the surgery eventually. Like you don't have to be. You can be whatever you want.
I just don't think he actually wanted to like have any sexual identity.
Yeah.
I think he just wanted to like. He didn't. I don't know. I think there was something about being.
Any sex felt wrong to him.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, like, because he was vain as shit, but I think he probably resented that, like, even, like, that part of himself.
Maybe he felt like he had to be because he was, like, in that hamster wheel of, like, sex, and, like, you have to look good to, you know, to be attracted for sex.
He just wanted out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's high as fuck. He's laughing. He's in a diaper.
Dick's off. He's in a diaper. And they rush downstairs like kids on Christmas morning, and they try to cook a little bit of dick.
Yeah.
Spotted dick. Oh, this has happened at, I had a time somewhere. What time he took the, what time he...
This is basically like just frying sausage right now.
It's like 3 p.m., I think, or something
like so this is just...
It's like...
fucking midday.
Yeah. And he ends up...
I would... Like, this shit needs to happen at night.
Maybe it was 6 p.m. or something like that, because I think I have the numbers. I don't know. I wrote it down somewhere, but this is just all...
I can't be doing things like this during the day.
They tried first thing in the morning. He got there early.
Nope.
They fucked. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not...
If it's later today, I'll, like, line 10 dicks up. I'll buy them
I'm not
off.
engaging in cannibalism in the fucking morning. That is a nighttime activity.
It really is, right? You don't just wake up and...
Yeah, I'm not fucking first thing in the morning eating a finger.
He tries to, like, spice it up, put some garlic and salt and pepper, but he burns the dick.
God damn it,
he's never cooked
Armin.
before. He was excited, and he burnt the dick so much it couldn't even be eaten. But at this point, Bernie didn't give a fuck.
Bernie had one dick.
One dick, one wish.
You burn it.
But Bernie didn't care.
This is really a comedy. I mean...
We're making it one. But Bernie didn't care.
You said this like some... He
got his dick cut off, so he's happy.
He's good,
and
man.
And he knew he was about to be eaten, and like he made it... He he made an agreement with Armin that like nothing would be left. Whatever he didn't eat was going to be ground down, would be burned. Like he didn't want any part of himself remaining after this.
All right.
And Armin's like, cool, because I'm going to eat you.
Right.
So after they de-dicked Bernie, he wanted a bath. He was feeling a little loopy. Bernie wanted a bath.
He's got a belly full of booze and sleeping pills.
Yep. And
time for a bath.
Chewed on some burnt dick, and he wanted a bath. So Armin ran him a bath, and Bernie was in there for a good couple hours. Like Armin would go back in and check on him, and Bernie would still be alive.
God damn.
And it said in the book, like Bernie would like play with the wound to always continue to keep it open, like it would start to scab over, and he would just. So he's in the bath for hours and hours, and eventually Armin goes in there. He's close to death. You could tell, or close to losing consciousness.
Yeah.
Armin says, "Do you need anything? Do you want anything?" And he's like, I just want to lay down. He's like, I'm done with the bath. He's like, because the water was stone cold. He's like, you want me warm with the bath? He's like, I think I want to lay down. But before laying down, he had to pee. And he was like, will it work?
This is going to be interesting.
And Armin's like, it should, because everything's still there. And it worked. He was able to pee.
Just blood and piss.
And he went to lay down. And he told Armin, and Armin got this on video too, where he's like, are you sure you want to die? This is what you want. You want to die for me to eat you. And Armin was like, yes. And in Germany at the time too, they didn't have laws against like helping somebody die.
Like assisted suicide?
Yes.
Still feel like you probably want to film that before he's on drugs.
Yeah, not someone who's like, just mentally just messed up, obviously. Yeah. So finally at 3, he said, Bernie told Armin, he said, wait until I pass out and then kill me.
Okay.
And then I'm yours.
Just do whatever you want.
Yeah, like, and that was fucking music to Armin's ears.
Right.
Because that's what he'd been waiting for. So he kept checking on him in the bed and finally went in there and Bernie's eyes were closed. He was barely breathing. It was 3:30 in the morning. So this is like,
man,
7 hours after his dick
Bernie
got cut
is a tough motherfucker.
He
Not
is.
only is his dick tough, the rest of him is too.
So then Armin went ahead, stabbed him in the throat, recorded this.
All right.
Stabbed him in the throat, killed him, and went straight to work to dressing the body.
Okay.
He used what was called the Gain configuration.
All right.
For Ed Gain, for how to like tie up a body, like how to cut the meats away, what parts to keep, all that stuff.
Kind of a weird book to have, but probably should have told you something about him.
I've read so much stuff here.
This is the most you've ever read.
It really is. This is the first book report in like 20 years. So Armin did it. He ended up getting like 40 pounds of meat from Bernie.
Okay.
But the thing, he kept his head. The first meal he made, he had Bernie's head on the table and was talking to him.
That's just polite.
That's how lonely
That's manners.
Is. That's how lonely homeboy is
Armin.
here. So, and then eventually what happens is Armin goes back online. The meat lasts for a little while, but it's starting to dwindle. Okay. And Armin starts going online and bragging about what he did. He's posting pictures of the kill. He's talking about how he's eating people, and more people are coming to the house.
Okay.
And again, people come, they're down for it, they fuck, they do whatever, and when it comes time to
they realize this is real.
Yeah. They freak out and they call the or they leave. But then finally someone online see, this is where
and Armin's like, I'm just gonna be right up front with you guys. I cannot bite off your dick.
Yeah. Don't even ask.
Let me tell you that much right now.
So then he started calling himself Frankie the Master Butcher. And he would brag on the cannibal online forums. And on July 9th, 2001, a university student in Austria, city of Ensenbruck, he found Armin and they started chatting. And this is the guy that shouldn't have been in a cannibal chat room. Like maybe he was probably looking at some other stuff. Okay. Like maybe in that neighborhood and all the way down the street he saw cannibal chat rooms. So he's like, what the fuck is this about?
I'll check this out. Yeah. I got time to kill.
And after talking to Armin, exchanging emails with Armin, like in no time at all, he realized this guy's fucking serious.
Okay.
He's already killed somebody. Now he's wanting to kill somebody else. So he contacts the police.
So this dude's not interested, is what you're saying?
No.
Yeah. He's just in this chat room.
Maybe he was in it. He was looking at just like a gay sex chat room or, rough sex. Right. I just thought, that's the kind of
just like, hey, does that say cannibal chat room?
Yeah.
All right, I got to check this shit out. Yeah.
So he called the Austrian police, who notified the German police, and it took them 2 months to figure out who Armin was. Okay. They found him online, and they started chatting with him. And then it kind of Chris Hansen them a little bit, you know? And then on December 10th, 2002, so this was, March something, 2001.
I think he kind of went online like around 99, right? Yeah. He started this journey.
And then he killed the guy 2001, March. Yeah. And now here's December 10th, 2002. 3 police show up to Armin's house.
Okay.
And they had a warrant to search the farmhouse. They told Armin that they had been chatting with them online. So Armin kind of knows. He's like, well, this is it. And they asked him, they said, have you been eating flesh, Mr. Muse? And he said, I may have.
I mean, a little bit here and there.
I'm not saying I did. I'm not saying I didn't.
Yeah, I mean.
He called it dining.
Yeah, he was down for it. He was DTF and then be eaten.
That's a lot of letters.
Yeah.
So the cops took meat from the freezer, which was Bernie.
Man, I mean,
it's
been a year, Armin.
Freezer Bernie.
Eat the fucking body.
We had like 40 pounds. You made it last. He would cook meatballs and take it to work and he never fed it to anybody. He didn't want to share with anybody.
Well, that's his.
It was his
sole person thing.
But they ended up taking some meat from the freezer. He was down to about the last. He'd eaten 2/3 of the meat, so that's why he was back on the chat rooms looking for more.
Yeah, right.
Because here's the thing too. Once he ate that meat, no other meat tasted the same. Like he loved it. Like
once you eat human flesh,
it's
not going back now.
It said like his first thing, he popped like a special bottle of African red wine, a Merlot.
Can't get that anywhere.
And he would try steaks. He became a chef because of Bernie. Like before, he ate frozen pizzas and just whatever. But he just found the best ways to cook this meat.
Now, do you think it's true that if you ate human flesh, you'd never be able to eat anything else? Like, is it that good? How good are we?
He is now a vegetarian. Because he's in jail for life.
Okay.
And
he will not eat.
I think that's why he doesn't eat meat.
And he will not eat meat.
It says he's a vegetarian now. Because the book kind of stops, and I've learned some more after the book, And he's a vegetarian. He's in prison for life, and he's a celebrity in Germany.
Right.
Marilyn Manson made a song about him. He's been in other songs, movies.
There's a movie about it.
Yep.
There's a really good movie about it.
But they ended up taking 200 hard drives, 300 videos, plus they found the slaughter room. But they didn't find the VHS tapes.
Okay.
They found the slaughter room, and they left. They're like, okay, well, this isn't the end of it.
We're gonna go test this meat. We'll be back.
And he called his half brother, and his wife answered, and he admitted to his sister-in-law that he killed Bernie, and then just hung up. And then he went to his lawyer's office, and his lawyer was like, yeah, you got to turn yourself in. Like the lawyer, like that, best lawyer ever.
They've got the body.
Yeah. There is no body, but Bernie's boyfriend, they did find, after that, they found that Bernie had the talks with him, that Bernie and Armin were talking, so they suspected that Bernie, was, and then they were able to confirm that was his meat, because his boyfriend eventually found the will, and, because at first he thought maybe Bernie left him, he just wanted out of the relationship, but he didn't take any money, he didn't take any clothes, like who just leaves like that?
Yeah, he was clearly leaving to die.
Yeah, but they just never thought suicide because he had plans, the following weeks, but it just happened so fast. But they were able to confirm that it was Bernie in the freezer. So of course it went to trial, and Armin was able to talk to the judge and stuff, and just try to he just was nonchalant about it all. Like his lawyer was saying Bernie wanted to die.
Yeah. So
Armin got found guilty of manslaughter and only got 8 years.
Okay.
Good. He could be out in good behavior on 4. But then they found the videotapes, and prosecutor said, well, if he videotaped it, it wasn't just a mercy kill.
It was done for a reason.
Sexual gratification.
Yeah.
So because of the videotapes, they were able to retry him, and he ended up getting life in prison without the possibility of parole. And that's where we're at now. He's a vegetarian
in prison.
He's still in prison. Bernie, of course, is gone.
Right, yeah.
He's Armin.
He lives inside Armin now.
He lives inside Armin, and Armin enjoys the notoriety that he has. Being the cannibal of Rottenburg. He's kind of famous in prison. He's reading books, so he helps other prisoners with like law, like their cases and stuff. And he's a vegetarian.
And all he wants is like just a little nibble.
And he's, but that's
let me get a little nibble.
But that's where we're at, I guess.
Yeah.
So there's no mystery to it.
Armin is now twice as big and twice as smart.
Yep.
That's how that works.
It didn't work for him, which he was upset about, because he said he thought his English would improve because Bernie spoke better English, but he still felt better, to himself, he said. And it's just a messed up story, man.
Yeah.
Which is all we do.
Yeah.
But this one being so recent, like you said, I guess that's why it's weird to do one that's like 2001. This happened.
No, I would have definitely done this at some point.
Yeah, this happened 19 years ago.
This is a good story.
Like there's people still like feeling the ramifications of this.
The movie, by the way, is called Grim Love, with 2 M's. It's got Kerry Russell in it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's really good though.
What is she, the mom?
She plays Katie. She's like a reporter.
Oh, okay.
I think they kind of changed the story a little bit.
All right.
But I believe she's like a reporter.
Because I'm sure this Lois lady probably went and interviewed him too.
And she finds out like I think she might like I think it's happened. And like she goes to the house and finds like the tapes and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I think so. They kind of show
reimagining based on true stories.
Yeah. It's really good though.
Oh, you've seen it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
I wonder if it's streaming anywhere.
I don't know, but yeah, like I remember the story. Yeah, I've known about it for like. Yeah. I remember I was gonna try to when I was gonna start doing stand up again. Mm-hmm. I was gonna try to spin a bit out of it. Like the entire setup to the joke was going to be the story.
Yeah.
Of this happening, and then I was gonna like try to tie it somehow into like just dating.
Yeah.
Like how like you have it like you're so nervous.
It's so hard to find someone. This guy found like.
Yeah, I was gonna like have something to where like you're already nervous on a date, but like imagine like the end goal is like consume like. It was, but yeah,
it's kind of fitting this Valentine's Day week,
right?
And these two guys found each other.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's a love story.
It is. It's a really fucked up love story that like if these guys would have just talked to somebody, I think.
Yeah,
like not anonymously, not like that over the internet, but like sat down, I was like, man, I really want to eat somebody, and they'd be like, no, you can't. Or, like I want someone to eat my dick off, and I'm like, no, you don't want that. Like, why do you want that? Like, let's get to this issue of it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just all impulse. It's all like just instant gratification, I feel.
Yeah, just 2 lost souls swimming in a fishbowl. You know what I mean?
Year after year.
Year after year. Then they found the internet chat rooms.
Yep.
I stumbled onto some weird fucking chat rooms back in the day. Never a cannibal chat room, but there was some weird shit.
And 90% of the people probably in that cannibal chat room are just.
I'm sure most
yeah, maybe even higher than that. I don't know. Yeah. But I just can't imagine.
I'd say like
you either be about it or you talk about it.
I'd say Armin and Bernie were like the 1%.
Yeah, I mean, it's so crazy they found each other.
Yeah, through ads.
Yeah,
not even really through the chat room.
Just put personal ads.
Yeah. It's nuts.
Damn, it's a crazy story. But that's it. That's awesome, the story I brought.
That's very good. That's a very good story.
These pages need to be burned now.
I enjoyed that.
And I won't read the story now for a couple years. That's what I do. I read it about every couple years. I'll just read it. And it's like, God damn, that's a fucked up story.
I didn't know he was still. I knew he went to prison, but I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, because the book ends. He's 8 years in prison, and that's how pretty much the book ends. But then I went online and read more, and they said they retried him, and he's in prison for life now. Yeah, and a vegetarian.
I mean, either
once you go Bernie, you can't.
Well, I mean, also too, if he eats, I mean, he ate a guy to always be with him.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you consume the flesh of an animal, would you be?
I have little Caesars. I have little Caesars with me all the time. I carry them with me.
Wait, the little Roman guy?
Yep. Pizza.
Oh God, he's eating me. All right, man. Well, I got. I handled the would you rather duties.
All right.
For the week, which was.
Would you rather bite a dick off or have your dick bitten
weird.
off?
All 3 of mine are about biting dicks off.
Oh,
who would have imagined? All right, I'll start with the easy one here.
Okay.
All right. Would you rather stub your toe every morning for the rest of your life?
Damn.
Or lose a finger every 5 years for the rest of your life?
Holy shit. So I'm like doing the math in my head of like.
I had to do it too. So like, you got 10 fingers, 50 years.
Yeah, I'm 40. I want to live maybe another 25 years. I mean,
but so 25, you're losing five fingers.
So both pinkies can go. I need both my middle fingers because they're tattooed.
Just
both
every morning, just stub your toe.
I think I would rather lose a finger every 5 years.
Lose a finger every 5 years.
I don't want to stub my toe every morning.
But I mean, yeah.
Because I would look cool without fingers. You ever see someone out in public missing a finger?
My grandpa was missing like.
Dude, anytime I see it, I just want to be like, "What happened?"
Yeah.
But it's rude. You can't do that. So, but I just want to know. It's like
you can.
I don't feel like there's any boring stories about losing a finger.
Yeah, I forget how my grandpa lost his half.
It's probably a pretty cool story.
I'm pretty sure it was like an axe.
And I would go, if I'm going to lose 5, so I'll live for another 25 years. I'll lose both pinkies, both my ring fingers, and...
I don't think you can do anything without your pinky, though.
My left pointer.
So, so you're missing...
I'm going to be like this. My left hand
will have... So you can't do anything.
My left hand will have my middle finger
and
my
pincher.
Thumb. Yep, so a little pincher. Then I'll have my the peace sign on the right hand and the thumb.
That's not a little pincher.
I can do shit with that.
All right.
I'm not going to be stubbing my goddamn toe. I can run. I can go run, do some miles.
Yeah.
Not if I stub my toe.
I mean, if you make it through 50 years,
oh man,
no more losing anything.
I'll get a cool nickname.
Yeah.
I'm like, where's Nubby?
He's this old 90-year-old Nubby. All right. Second one. I don't know which one I would do. I think I would.
That's tough.
I think I'd lose. I think I'd stub my toe every morning. And at some point, it's just got to get to where you don't even. It just becomes part of your life. All right. Would you rather have to fight a possum every single time you leave your apartment with no weapon, or have to fight a grizzly bear once every 2 years?
Jesus Christ!
But you can either have a gun or a sword. A sword. It's your choice of the gun or sword. So every single day,
every day I would fight a possum.
You're going to fight a possum barehanded.
That's cool.
And then, every 2 years, grizzly bear.
Because I feel like I could kick a possum and get to my car.
Maybe.
But a grizzly bear, what the fuck am I if I miss?
You get a weapon though.
A possum won't kill me, I don't think. Grizzly bear, there's a good chance I'm dying.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna fight
every day, though.
Every goddamn day.
Every fucking day.
I'd rather fight a possum than stub my toe. What if I stubbed my toe fighting the possum?
It's just one of those things where, like, you're at your front door and you gotta go, and you're just like, God damn it! I don't want to fuck with this possum today.
You try to leave like 4 a.m.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know what possum. I got a possum that lives on my porch.
Oh, yeah?
I don't have to fight it though, so that's good.
That's good. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think I would rather.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather fight a grizzly bear every 2 years. I don't have that kind of time in the morning. I got shit.
Then you have 2 years to live.
Well, that's fine. I get a sword. I could kill a bear with a sword.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I let it come at me and just thrust it forward.
But it could still live for like 20 seconds.
Oh yeah, I'm getting fucked up. Yeah. But I just feel like, man, it's so hard for me to get up and get moving in the morning. I don't have time to fight a fucking possum.
That would help you get going in the morning. Like, you don't need Folgers in your cup. You need a possum on your ass.
All right, so you'd fight a possum every day. All right. But, man, what happens if you're losing your fingers? You're losing your fingers every 5 years or fighting possums every morning. Yeah. You're going to be down a hand to fight with soon. All right, last one. These. I think this is a good one.
This is good.
I came up with all these, by the way.
This isn't good. You're so much better at this than me.
I sat at work today, kind of giggled to myself. This was the highlight of my day, is coming up with these. All right. Would you rather shit yourself? Sorry, I love this one. Would you rather shit yourself every time you put on pants, or have to shit in a public place out in the open with no cover every single time you have to take a shit? So every time you put on pants, you're shitting yourself on the spot.
How will that work then? Because then you got to change your pants. So we change it again. You're shitting them.
So you're just going to walk around shit all day, or you're going to keep going through it? Or you got to go out like it's like an open space in public.
I'm going to shit open.
No covers, no walls, nothing.
They don't have to look.
And you.
They don't have to look.
Okay.
I'm shitting. I feel like that would probably be awkward for about a week. And then it's just like, I'm shitting. Like, it's like, it would become like spitting out in public.
Okay.
You know how you just stop and spit and don't even think about it? You're just going to stop, take a shit, and someone's got to look? Fucking make eye contact. Make it awkward as shit with them.
I should have added on there that you have to do it naked. I feel like that would really change
How else
it.
do you shit?
Well, I don't take off all my clothes.
Oh.
I don't get completely naked every time I shit.
Oh, I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It is.
Do you fold your clothes?
Yeah.
Like a neat little... Yeah, man,
Those are good.
I don't know what I'd rather do.
I would fight a possum every morning, cut a
Lose
finger
a
off
finger
every
every 5
5 years, and shit right out in the open.
That tells me a lot about you.
That's all you need to know.
All right, we just made your Tinder profile.
Sweet.
Yes.
Oh, so we're not going to do the looking for male 18 to 30.
Hey, man.
I just want to eat some horny flesh.
Whatever
If you're out there, you got
for,
some
buddy.
horny flesh you want to eat.
You look for what you need.
Ladies.
I don't know how you qualify horny flesh.
That could be my wrestling name, the Horny Flesh Eater.
No, I don't like it.
Flesh eating.
I'm not a fan. Sends the wrong message.
If you listen to all of this, go take a shower and just wash it off. Wash it off.
If you listen to all this, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, this was a good one, man.
Yeah, it was.
I enjoyed
Thank
this.
you.
Yeah, this was. I had a shitty day. I had a really shitty day. This was a great way to end
But
it.
then you find out about like two people making a connection in this
Yeah,
world.
man. And then I just hear a great love story.
Yep.
And they both got what they wanted.
They did.
I mean,
Do you think Armin should be in jail for life?
what's
What's your stance on that?
So if they have,
him, Bernie, on video saying,
yeah,
this
but
is
he's
what I
also
want.
drugged as shit.
This might have been before when they were recording themselves fucking and he couldn't buy his
I mean,
dick
look,
off.
if they have it to where it's,
And they have emails leading up. They have all the
Yeah.
conversation where it's like, no, I want this.
yeah, if they have the evidence that supports that Bernie was into this,
Yeah.
then no.
Should he do any jail time? I mean, dispose of the body?
No.
You just slap him on the wrist?
I mean, man.
I think they got it right the first time. I think 8 years in jail. I think there needs to be some sort of punishment.
He just doesn't get to be on the internet anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you lost your
You
internet.
definitely need to be on the
privileges,
registry after that. Like if there's,
Right.
if there's like a
Yeah,
child,
I mean, I guess you can't let the
child
dude-
predator list. There needs to be like a
He needs put in a. He doesn't need to be in prison. He needs put in a.
cannibal concentration camp.
Yes. Like he needs to be put in like a mental institute.
Yeah.
He needs like to get help.
But that's the thing too. He wasn't remorseful about it.
Well, he didn't need to be because in his mind he did what somebody wanted him to do.
When all that stuff came out in court, that was like him getting off a second time. He was able to talk. They showed the videos.
Yeah.
He got to talk about it. I mean, just the
Yeah, well,
cookie.
I mean, again, like it's not like he took a life that wanted to stay.
Yeah.
He didn't like take away someone's life. He did what somebody asked him to do. They agreed to it. I feel like if you have an agreement between two people, sorry, law, but they agreed.
It's a good conversation, good story for that too. I think.
Yeah.
So good talk.
I mean, again,
call your
yeah.
grandma and tell
Ask
her the
grandma.
story.
Hey, grandma. All right, I'm gonna have to tell you a story here. Hang with me.
Just play her the episode.
Well, how do you feel about Germans?
Yeah.
First of all, let's get that out of the way.
Do you think they're kind of dicks?
Yeah, I mean, your description of Armin's parents, that's German to a T.
Yeah.
Especially back then.
Overbearing,
99, I guess, so it's not back then.
Yeah, I think Armin at the time they were both like in their 40s, I think.
Okay.
Bernie lied because he lied about his age.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, he said he was 37, but he was actually 42, even though the ad said the 30. But Armin thought he's in such good shape. He's no fatty.
I mean, that's a 32-year-old ass right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bite that off.
Arr!
Oh, it's too tough.
All right.
Let us know what you think about the episode. Please follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/middleagedmediocre. We are on Anchor.fm. We are on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, and a few other places. I don't think we'll ever be on iTunes because iTunes is just incredibly difficult to work with.
Why'd I get an iPhone?
I told you not to, man.
I know.
But yeah, like us, follow us, subscribe, tell your friends,
Yeah.
and have them tell a friend.
And this month we're running a contest. One lucky winner will get to bite my dick off.
Oh man, you heard it here, folks. And this is legally binding, so you will not get in trouble for this. I promise you, as a judge.
Okay.
As a legal judge residing over the state of West Virginia, I can tell you without doubt.
Details to come.
Also,
like my dick before you bite it.
It's like one of those gushers. T-shirts. If you want a T-shirt, they're white, so if you get anything on them, it's not going to show that.
We can do different ones. We just got to get the right markers for it.
Yeah.
Maybe get like a gold marker.
Just hit us up. We'll get you a T-shirt.
Yeah. I'm going to go make some tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're getting Brandon one.
Yep.
So, shout out to Brandon.
And Devin.
Devin.
I can't remember her last
Instagram
name.
Devin.
Instagram Devin.
Yeah.
She's cool. She wants to rock one for us. Yeah.
Cool.
All right,
we're out of here.
This. Bye.
Thanks, guys.